Hi, Liberty Plumbing team. I gave you guys a call today to see if you'd be interested in seeing a video like this, and you agreed. So here it is. This is Becky from Gray Owl Marketing. I'll keep this brief, but I did just want to show you 3 tips you can use today to help bring in more customers to your business. Because oftentimes in the world of the internet, most local business owners are just too busy running their business to keep up with how the internet can really, benefit you guys and work for you. So I'll get started here. You can see I am on your guys' website already. And the first thing I notice is this beautiful phone number up here. It's very actionable. So you always like to have good call to actions immediately on the screen. You do have some content here and some pictures. Love seeing, what you guys are rated for here and the different services that you offer. And then again, a call to action here to get a quote are very nice things to have. But the first thing that I'll say is that it's important to know that if you really want to optimize with Google, you need at least 1,500 words on your home page. And it looks like on here you guys, maybe have 100 words or less. And content is really king with Google. This is a key factor in Google's formula when they decide which sites to rank higher than others. And Google likes to see high quantity of information on websites as well as high quality information because you want your business to show up on page 1 when your customers are searching on Google, right? So make sure you have at least 1,500 words on your home page here, but you want to optimize for what we call buyer intent keywords throughout your entire site. So what I did was kind of put your website here in a tool I called Ahrefs, and you can see here, this is kind of a dashboard of what your online presence looks like. And you can see here you're getting some organic traffic. These are the keywords that you guys are currently ranking for in the position. So if I click here, it takes a second, it'll bring me to the page where it lists out the organic keywords that you guys are ranking for. And you can see here a lot of things, including your company name. So you definitely want to be ranking for your company name, but that's only works if people know who you are. So plumber, Conyers, Georgia is definitely a buyer intent keyword. You see it's getting searched 150 times a month, and it looks like you're probably on the top or middle of page 2 for that buyer intent keyword. So again, plumber, Stockbridge, it's getting searched 90 times a month, and you're on page 2 for that. So my advice to you is when you think about your website and adding content, you want to focus on like 2 or 3 buyer intent keywords and use them in your website content and throughout your pages because it's a critical ranking factor when you think about how ranking on Google. You also could think about having service pages here. You have them for your different services you offer, but you can also think about having them for the different areas that you service. That might be something to consider. And so just to think about this, I pulled it up here as an example here. This is a buyer intent keyword here called, and I gave the example of us plumbers, McDonough, Georgia. This is searched 150 times a month. So that's 150 potential customers that you guys are losing out on for not ranking in this section here. But just to give you an understanding of how people search online, when they put in their search volume, there's kind of 3 sections to the SERP page. First are ads, and you can see here a lot of your competitors are also posting ads here, and you can see ads here. Ads are great. They're a great way to fill in gaps in your strategy. You do need to be careful though. They can be money pits if they're not done correctly, but if you optimize them right, they can be great. But just be advised that some people scroll right past ads. They don't want nothing to do with ads, so they'll scroll to this second section here, which is called the map pack. These are the top 3 companies that Google feels confident about putting in front of the searchers when they search for something, based on all these factors. And some people will scroll right past that to this 3rd section here, which we call organic traffic, and people will search here. Ideally, you want to rank in this organic traffic as well as in this map pack to catch more customers. But truth be told, these top 3 spots in the map pack pull about 40% of all traffic. So you're probably asking yourself, well, how do I get in these top 3 spots, right? Well, there's a few things that you can do, but some of the key factors is your business profile, your Google business profile. This is the second most important thing that I want to talk to you about. And since you guys actually, when I pulled it up, I did not see that you guys had a Google business profile, which is this section right here. So I just pulled this up as an example. This is the company that's ranking #1 for this buyer intent keyword of McDonough plumbers, McDonough, Georgia. And this is what we call the Google business profile. And you really want to think about creating one of these for yourself. It really is not hard. You can just go online and follow the instructions from Google and get this sort of set up pretty easy. But the first thing you want to think about is obviously Google reviews. So without a map pack, you cannot get Google reviews. Those are definitely really important. So you want to think about getting and optimizing and growing and building that profile by getting reviews there, ideally 5-star reviews, of course. The second thing to think about is what we call the NAP, which is your name, address, and phone number here. You want to make sure that matches exactly. So this matches exactly with your website, and you want to make sure you have a large footprint across the web, because this kind of gives your company credibility by adding yourself to different directories and areas across the web. So consistency on multiple platforms like your website, your Google profile, and then adding it to 200 to 300 other locations like Yelp or Yellow Pages or Whitebook or City Star. And again, making sure that it matches exactly your name, your address, phone number, and even your operational hours. Because a lot of times we'll see that those are not matching, and creating this track is really important for Google so that when people are searching different platforms, they're going to get the same information on all those platforms. The last thing I'll say about your Google business profile is pictures. You want to add a lot of pictures, and you want to make sure you're saving these pictures as buyer intent keywords. So you can give this example here, and when you look about saving it, you can see here, that they're not optimizing. It just says UV. And you want to think about saving it as, for example, Plumber, McDonough, Georgia. And then you want to also add what we call geotags. So when you're doing all of your great work in the different locations across the area, you can tag it in the area that you're making that service, so that when Google sees this, they're not only seeing what type of work you're doing by using those buyer intent keywords, but where you're doing it as well. So when people are searching for similar things, your company's going to show up. So the third thing I'll talk to you about is backlinks. So again, I'm on your page here, and this is a dashboard of your company. Backlinks help create your online reputation, and this is a numerical value of that. So the UR number and the DR number is a numerical value of kind of your online reputation, and Google's essentially a popularity contest for websites. So you want to see your UR number to be above 30, so this is good. You want to see it even in the 30s and 40s and 50s, ideally higher the better. And you want to have a 1-for-1 ratio between your UR number and your DR number. And this is all driven by things like your referring domains. So you can see here that you have 290 referring domains, but you got to remember that not all referring domains are created equally. Some of them have more power than others, and the way you can look at that is by going down to here to this do follow number. So of your 290, 245 of them are actually powerful and kind of qualified ones, which is pushing this rating for your website. So you want to go ahead and think about having these backlinks and making sure they're relevant backlinks. And just to give you an idea, again, when we pull up Plumbers, McDonough, Georgia, the person ranking, or this company ranking #1 here, I pulled up their website. You can see that they have a little bit more content than you, but still an opportunity to optimize much higher. They do not have 1,500 words, and you can see here kind of an example of what their dashboard looks like compared to yours. So you get a little bit higher referring domains, but it looks like they probably have really quality domains. And this is kind of like your credit score, where it's a formula. It's not one factor, but it's multiple factors combined on how you rank, and your content is probably playing a huge role in that. So just to summarize the 3 tips that I've given you today: 1, content is king. You want at least 1,500 words, and optimizing for buyer intent keywords on your homepage and throughout your site. You also want to think about having and building yourself a Google Maps, or a Google business profile, and adding multiple 200 to 300 citations so that you have a large footprint across the web. And then think about adding backlinks so that your site is powerful and has a good online reputation. So if you implement these strategies today, you can be #1 across Google. You can either do this and take the information that I've given you today and do it yourself. I'm totally fine with that. However, if you want to be more effective and save yourself some time so you can focus on your business, you're welcome to give me a call and we can set up a time to chat. Once again, my name is Becky Leana with Gray Owl Marketing, and my contact information is on the email that I will send over here. And I hope you found this information valuable. Look forward to hearing from you and have a great day.